All right. Good evening, ladies and gents. We're going to just get going on a no reset here in a minute once Live Split decides to actually open itself up. Taking its sweet time in doing so. Apologize for that. In the meantime, I hope everyone's having a good evening. And yeah, here we go. What we were waiting on. We're going to make sure that everything looks good settings wise. Cool. All right. Well, with Live Split up and the game ready to go, without further ado, we're going to jump right into it. We're doing a single no reset run tonight. And we're going to see how we do. We're going to be trying to do a couple of these a week at this point. Just trying to get a little bit more regular. Not setting, not worrying about our early game. Our early game is relatively solid, and even when it's a little bit behind, we're still within range that can get us the PB we're looking for. So we're really primarily worried about mid to end game. We are actually going to air back onto using defense ups, because the 8 seconds that we lose here at the start is vastly made up for by being able to be riskier and cure less as we go into game further. So that's a thing that we're ditching out on timing wise. So sub 3 minute dark side's probably out of the question really, but it's a little bit sloppy. But we can still get very comparable to what we have on our some best, etc. That's a little bit sloppy. We're gonna actually reset that real quick. That's gonna be the only time. Yeah, I don't want to burn 15 plus minutes. That's here. The less time I burn to resets, the more likely I am. Just calmly go about the rest of the run, and the more likely I am to get more runs in on days I can't do. So, getting right back into it. Getting some solid scene skips to start. You know, I actually like that a whole lot. Alright, not particularly better than last time, but it at least felt a little bit cleaner. Didn't have an attempt at 2 combo with a whiff in it, so that, and got us a little bit of a start towards air combos. We're a little bit high for shadows, which is not unusual, but right, potion pop. On the last actual reset. Calm down on comboing. Excuse me. There we go. Last of the resets, I promise. Regardless of whatever else happens here. I'm gonna keep on going. Whiffs on the barrel, anything. We're gonna be mostly ignoring our time. And here we go. Oh my god. I jump in, but we're just eaten alive there. Come on. So every single one of those single hits that you saw me do should have been like interrupt into a jump, but you put it poorly, so we're not. Okay. Good combo there. Alright. Round combo afterwards, not the best, but again, we're gonna keep chugging. That. We're moving on to the next platform. This is looking like a 206. Upper 206. Great. Oh my god. Okay. Everybody gets a warm-up. Beginning game resets are apparently mine. I want that to be the case. So much other shit that I need to practice. Not that. But if getting low air 2 hits or low air combos is what I need to do for shadows, then practice them here is not the end of the world. And swing. Swing. Yeah, slightly early on that pause. Alright. Missed getting the jump in between the initial hits on the last shadow, but that's okay. And barely missed getting the one combo start on the second step there. But overall not too bad. Jump and turn around. Always a little awkward, but that's okay. For those of you going into ad, I apologize, but also please enjoy whatever advertising Twitch has decided to broadcast to you at this time. Goes again. It is what it is. Oh, 35, and that one didn't reset. Interesting. Okay. Because the reality of it is we have the capacity to be coming off of the save point at roughly 30 seconds. Or 2 minutes and 30 seconds, I should say. Not like finishing the fight at 2:35. About a 10 to 15 second delay in where we want to be, which always feels pretty bad. I need to keep myself more honest though, with resets and no resets. I tried skipping a little bit early, which is why I didn't actually go there. Still sub 1, got the air combo out of the end there, that was actually pretty nice. So there's about a 7-8 second differential between what I just put up and what can be put up. I was gonna spawn on the right side. But we got the jump backwards. Alright, definitely feel a lot better about that. I think we're looking at 203, 204 maybe this time. Good. Alright, that was honestly not bad. We'll take that. Oh, there we go. So, yeah, we're about 10 seconds behind, 10 to 15 behind where we potentially could be. Yeah, 5 seconds behind where we would kind of optimally be with ourselves here. Still, 316 is not bad. And we will take it. Ooh, that was a questionable barrel toss. I've never seen one. Alright, day 1 is almost complete. The Destiny actions in this game, being pretty much the only time they appear in playable format, are basically just a series of fetch quests. That's not what we wanted to do, but I'll take it. Every cutscene skip that we can do in this game has a slightly different indicator for when it is possible. Some of them are on fade in finishes, some of them are on camera pan starts, some of them are on audio cues. And then there are some other niche visual cues as well. Due to the nature of that, it is hard to really build up a full knowledge base on when and where each skip can be done. But in figuring that element out, you can better match what your window is for it and save a relatively significant amount of time across the run. Each one, depending on your gap between possible and execution, could be anywhere from milliseconds to probably about 2 to 3 at the max seconds of missed time, when you have upwards of 30 plus cutscenes to skip across the game, being generous for on the other runs. Probably close to the neighborhood of 50. That's a lot of time. And then there's also the element of what I just did there, of going too early and losing time to have paused, unpausing again, and having to actually hit the correct window for giving yourself. That we are now done with the race. There are a number of mandatory kind of story flags for progressing the game that you have to get through before being able to advance to the next section. This race is actually one of them. If you don't do the race, you can't actually turn in all of the collected items to Kyrie to advance through to the end of day 2. Alright. Really terrible coconuts RNG, but relatively decent execution on them. That is the first time I have done that in a while. So yeah, if you jump shy on that ledge, you can end up stuck under the lift. Making it so if you're pressed up against it, you can't actually jump up, and it just kind of like holds you under. Gonna lose about 3 seconds here. Oh look, 3 seconds. So this beginning game, so far kind of meh. But if we get a PB, going against a bad early game forward is always kind of nice. So. And one more cutscene here. That's not what I wanted, but it is. And right along. So the little backflip there costs us probably second and a half. So if we have a good fight, it will be minorly. We're not negative, but at a minor time log. So bad fight, we will more. But we'll see. Not terribly surprised by that. Kind of sloppy on the fight, had some whiff. Overall not bad, got the 1 tech point. Reflect. Link. There, which is... And we have a decent amount to save on some of our upcoming stuff. So, not sweating right now. Four. Cool. That. 5. So you have to kill 5. Kind of like this flags I was talking about earlier. You have to kill 5 shadows, and then have this interaction in the shop here to trigger the next fight with Leon outside of the shop on exit. Alright, a little sloppy. I wish the camera wasn't doing that weird thing of just panning to the left, but not sure if that's a strict stick drift thing or what, or like minor saved in, but a little annoying. That cutscene is one of the ones with a specialty indicator of Riku's eyes being halfway open. And that one is indicated by the load in the bottom right. That one is indicated by the text box going away. And off to fight Gara. Go. A little low on the jump there, had me worried, but we got it. So we killed the 3 soldiers there because we need 12 XP max up, based off of everything we built up to that point, to gain a level up after the next force group of soldiers. Right. Alright. Not bad on the clear, could have been better. kind of bad fight here, but no separation. We might save a little bit of time here. Don't think we'll be saving a whole lot. Yeah, not nearly as much as we could have. I got stuck to the ground a lot. My air combos were kind of sluggish, but overall, saved a little bit of time. Ring's good. Bad skip there, but moving along. We have one more skip, and then next cutscene smash through. Where we get a bunch of information dumped on us because kind of culmination in tutorial content. Get handed a bunch of money and an elixir for having beat Leon. We get told about the gummy ship, told about magic, told about abilities, and told about the journal. In that menu, we equip the dodge roll ability onto Sora. We take Ether, Goofy starts with, also put that on Sora. And we change out the ribbon that we start with in Beginner for the Brave Warrior accessory, also on. In the Gummy menu, we de-equip everything, go down to Cockpit, Engine, and Gun, because in Class 1, your speed is somewhat determined by two factors: the weight of your gummy ship and the speed of your engine, or the power of your engine. Armor, being the visual pieces that we had on the ship, does end up affecting the weight of the ship, thus making it slower, so we nuke all of that away. And you only need a cockpit and a engine in order to actually fly and do gummy missions. The gun we equip for the later missions just for survivability and kind of like ease of getting through them. There was a point at which people were doing gunless gummy ships just to speed up the menu by fractions, but they were a lot riskier. You have to be paying a whole lot of attention, and it was like high potential you could get yourself into situations, especially in the late game gummy missions, where you would die just from getting hit with collisions with ships and such. So now it's pretty standard to just equip the gun as well at the start, so that that's less of a concern. Worry about it nearly as much. But anyway, we're now at Wonderland. This bit of cutscene right here is unskippable on PC, however it is skippable on PS4 and PS3. Another thing to note alongside what I was talking about earlier with knowing when to skip cutscenes is knowing what inputs you need to be holding coming out of cutscenes, so as to take action as quickly as possible. Especially directional input is exceptionally important for a number of different That's not what we want. Okay, we went a little too far, up spawning in a group of enemies there, so we couldn't actually interact with the evidence box. So we're losing a tiny bit of our potential time saved to that, because we had to despawn them again in order to actually get the interaction. first box that drops here is going to be a soldier. I think we're far left on this one. Basically, they drop based on weight. Got it completely wrong. The more evidence boxes you collect out of the 4 potential, the more are filled with soldiers. When there are more non-soldier boxes, those end up filled with Donald and Goofy either individually or as a pair. What box you get determines what the fight setup is. You end up selecting the soldier, you get both Donald and Goofy for the fight, to act as distractions for the cards. They won't pretty much ever really damage the tower itself. Whereas if you select one or both of them, they will not be accessible for the fight, making it a little bit more likely that they do some of what they did in Fight for Me right there. The effect of getting in the way. Here we light the 2 torches on the ceiling, being careful not to touch the reddish purple tiling on the ground here, as it will spawn in enemies if you encroach on a certain radius, but the gray ramp sections are perfectly safe and outside of these spawn zones. And then interacting with this latch so that we can get out of it. We jump or dodge roll to get to that, so as not to provoke the spawn before getting there. Do neutral dodge rolls, get us into ledge grab range for the table. Alright, not too bad. I need to learn to start spamming triangle at the start of the fight so that we can get Goofy in there to try and get some more damage in. I don't know why I'm pausing there. This is all text-based. Because if Goofy is doing enough damage, you can reduce by 1 to potentially even, I believe, 2 fewer hits for the kill there. Again, depending on just how much damage he actually gets in. And with that out of the way, we are done with Wonderland. Ugh. And off to the jungle. Now, this world has a decent amount of available time save to us. Overall, I think we're looking at potential of about 30 seconds against myself. I know there is more in there beyond that compared to like top runners, but if I can walk away even 5 positive or like 5 seconds of time save overall out of this world, I'll be pretty dang happy. We're looking for primarily the Power Wild segment for time save. I know I have a decent chunk even beyond my best segment. If I can get those rooms cleared cleanly. I have to find my MP management in the second room so that I can have a decent clear on the third, where I have to be a little less careful. We'll be using it directly afterwards. There are 5 total rooms for Power Wilds. You go about them in a very particular patterned way. so as to optimize our MP usage and also our pathing for getting back to the tent, or to trigger the next transition that we have to. But for now, we're going to go beat up Sabor. Alright. Not bad. A little bit early on the attempted scene skip, which made us pause once, but that's okay. Yeah, pretty decent on that. Touch the save point here so that we can use it to port back later. And we instantly exit from the minigame. The dodge roll there, that's it. Alright, yeah, so we exit from the minigame to drop us directly into the camp, and we have to collect all of the slides here before entering the tent for the quickest transition of all of the interaction. Walk towards James' blackout, and then interact with the projector directly after the conversation with James. We don't care what party members we have right now, because we are actually about to world. And then come right back. Every time you leave the world, it resets what party members are in your party to don't leave. We use that to warp to that other save point, because this pathing to Lines 2 is a hell of a lot faster than trying to climb through things or swim through the lagoon or anything like that. It is by no means the intended route by the game developers, but it's a hell of a lot faster now. Then we come back to the treehouse where Clayton's trying to kill Kirk. He put a very immediate stop to. Drop back down into this minigame and work our way back to the tent. And get the scolding in. And we go fight some. That was a little awkward. I did 2 lizards towards the tent, which was not intentional at all. Back out. Gummy. And we use that same save point. And that will get to our second group of Power Wilds. Next room. Alright, not the best clear, but decent conservation of MP. A little sloppy on the movement there. Alright, thank you, Goofy. I goofed myself a bit there at the end. Okay. Use the crates here to hop up on the side. not bad. What was bad was that horrendous camera. There we go. Alright, not the most amazing, but we're going to save a little bit of time here. Definite slot, but my movement transitions were pretty good. Go back into the tent, touch the save point to get our MP back, and head on out again for yet another force fight. That was sloppy as hell, but what it is. And off we go. Up and away. These vines have a distinct indicator of when we can jump to ourselves to the next zone. Got another minigame that we use to advance ourselves through the world. We can't use the save point that we did before. Now let's because those vines you see in the back there block the entrance that we would normally use to get into this. The only way up is through vines too. And now to fight Blade. He takes 6 hits here at the very beginning, and then a lot different of a pattern. Hey, and we got a best segment. Alright, that was a very clean fight. Okay, so to talk through for a second what just happened there, we dodge roll at the start of the fight to get up onto that cliff. You need 2 combos to de-stealth the stealth sneak, and can't knock Clayton off until after that has happened. The de-stealthing has an animation to it, which has a timing normally, but if you trigger it as you go off of a upper ledge, like we do with that where we jump to, you can basically skip the animation. In doing so, you allow for the triggering of immediately going combos. After stealth, you need 2 combos to dagger stealth sneak, 1 additional combo to knock Clayton off of him. All of these numbers are being accounted for in beginner any %, just to be clear. Once Clayton is knocked off, you need 7 2-hit combos, so 1-2, 1-2 combos, into 1 full combo to kill. So a total accumulation of 17 hits after he is knocked off. Now we're in green. We've gotten a big chunk of time save. Like to see it. We got a best segment on that fight, which we also like to see. And we're heading into mid-game, where we have some okay splits and some not so great splits that we're going against. For GT2, we have a little bit of time to save in movement and mini. For Agrabah, we have a pretty big chunk of time to save in Save Aladdin. For Tiger Head, we have a decent chunk there. The Jafar fight, we have basically nothing. And Genie Jafar, we have a decent. So overall, Agrabah, we have a good amount of available time saved to us, and one very good split. So my hope is that we come out maybe 15 ahead if we're doing good and things line up for us. Obviously, max we can kind of walk out with against what we've been able to put up in the past is somewhere close to 40 seconds, but we're still practicing, we're still honing, and we're not trying to set our expectations too high. That being said, it is not the end of the potential time save that we have, so there's plenty more in the future of this run that could either help us out or hinder us. After Agrabah, we have Monstro, where we have a decent amount of time save available to us. Halloween Town, where we're going up against a very, very good Halloween Town, fortunately. So I'm somewhat expecting to lose some time there. Bookship is negligible. Neverland, we have a decent chunk of available time saved to us. AT3, not so much. And then Hollow Bastion 2 is where we get into some of our bigger available time saves. Now, even if we go negative, even if we die at some point in the run, this no reset. You need to get through pretty much everything, be practicing stuff, and just kind of keep chugging through. So. Off we go. Alright, a little slow on the despawns because I missed some blizzard saves. That's okay though. You do 2 dodge rolls and then start walking. A third dodge roll would actually waste move time, but 2 dodge rolls don't quite get you all the way. Coming out of this set of text conversation, forward a little bit. Spam triangle to go into the second conversation. Talk to Leon twice here. Sending us information and Earthshine, as well as advancing the story. Okay. Oh my god. Bro, the fire, my guy. It was a little sloppy, but not the end of the world. Stones are killing me. That's one of the worst stone patterns you can get, where they're going relatively fast away from each other, alternating directions. Makes moving across there rougher. Here we save warping once again to speed up some of our transit. We're gonna have a little bit more conversation with Merlin and Fairy Godmother here in a moment. Get that save that you just saw, that cutscene there, and head back to the accessory shop to advance the story some more, sell some more equipment, and come back here. This first bit of conversation you can actually have before completing both worlds. The second portion, you have to complete both Wonderland and Deep Jungle, specifically because you need 2 Navigami pieces to advance the story here and open up access to the second Ring of Worlds. There's a couple other things that we have to step through, but this interaction is the first piece towards unlocking that second Ring of Worlds. A little bit sloppy on the spell there. That's okay. Work back. Do a pointless dodge roll. Talk to Merlin some more and turn in 100 Acre Wood book. And talk to the Fairy Godmother and get Earthshine, which we just recently got from Leon, converted into Simba. As well as the little bit of intro text summons. And then we're out of here. Swap the EXP item to Goofy and swap on White Fang to Sora. Also change out the Jungle King blade. This is for damage optimization as well as maintaining, because keep Goofy in the party throughout the game. Not keep Donald. Donald is a useless duck who has a tendency to try to screw up our fights a lot. And after this little bit of tech smashing, I have a little bit of shopping to do, and then we will be done here. There's one little bit of transitionary bit that takes us over here to talk to girls side Sid, working us to check out the Gizmo shop. aka more things pointing us towards healing Keyhole for this world. Air Soldier uses Chuck, heal up. And then we come talk to Sid, who has gone from being a humble items merchant to a gummy parts merchant, from whom purchase a few parts. And then get our butts out of there. Honestly, that's not bad. Have a lot of sloppy pieces. But for now, burned several seconds on that. We swap out our engines, but only the fastest. You can have two engines equipped, but only the fastest one takes the best one speed. And we add the haste. Not nearly as sloppily as I did, preferably, but what are you gonna do? We still have a lot of available time saved to us as long as we do well here. But we are now on our way to Agrabah, where we have 2 forest fights and a couple of extra conversations before the next split is. You'll hear me talking about forced fights. That's basically the concept of a fight that you have to do in order to progress through the game. These can take the form of bosses, swarms, or waves of enemies, or like mini bosses, etc. In this case in particular, we have 2 wave setups, or 1 wave setup, or 1 boss setup, or mini boss, depending on your perspective. Alright. I'm Princess Jasmine, one of the only princesses we talk to in the game until the very end, basically. And then we head on over to Island's house to talk to the carpet. For free, the carpet, I should say. Talk to them. We touch the save point here, so we can save warping again. We grab that chest with a mega elixir. And then head out to the desert, where carpet is waiting for us. We'll press to Aladdin. There we go. Not the best, but definitely had worse. The other thing you can do to clear enemies there is summon Simba, but it can potentially end up taking more time if you have clean blizzard things. I did not. We take whoever the hell we want there, and warp out again to that save point that we were talking about earlier. Swap out Aladdin now. And head to the Alright, we have to use this keyhole to open that gate in order to get to the palace gates, where our next fight awaits us. That's the fucking bullshit bump. That's part of why we don't use Keyblade tunnels there. Well, not saving time here, fortunately. I'll have to get down, get through the cutscene, actually get. It is a little unfortunate. Yeah. Kind of bad fight, as well as a bunch of bad stuff leading up to it. So, unfortunate, but we keep going. Air soldiers, you suck. Always suck. Always have, you always will. A little bit sloppy there because I swapped off of that eye one hit early, but it is what it is. Saved a little bit of time there. That was a weird camera angle I was not prepared for. Normally we want to get a Keyblade swing onto that platform with the chest on it so that we can jump into the next section. A little bit faster movement-wise. And normally we want to roll to the edge of those stairs and jump there. That was all sorts of funky on our movement. That's okay. We're very tight on this fight, but definitely can still pull back. Okay, maybe not. Up. That's fucking garbage. Alright. And yeah, we're just losing a bunch of time here, unfortunately. And we're probably like one hit off. Yep, one hit off. We lost 20 to about 10 of that was to the one hit, and then the rest of it was to the fact that he got to actually fly away from us. That is not how that fight's supposed to go, but we're still choking. Genial. Alright. Boss fight Genie Far, we can make most of that time back up on this fight. This is a terrible fight. So, losing it more time. Alright, well, early and mid game have both been kinda meh. But it's all scrubs of my own. And now into the carpet escape. I missed one stone, which meant I did actually get a later one than I could have. Technically, you can get that exit one room earlier, which saves you 2 to 3 seconds. That's bad on my part. Get my cutscenes. I think I've been doing it wrong the entire time I've been back. Need to figure out which one in particular I'm missing. Alright, combo, and we go. Alright, so we're 35 down, which is unfortunate, considering we had 18 saved to us on that fight. We missed by combo, 2 combo. We missed by 7 hits because of going off the platform and not getting back to the torch. Dialgo's movements are pretty much entirely based on damage threshold combined with score positioning. So, again, entirely manipulable and bad on my own action. But it is what it is. Again, we're here to start really investing in more time and cleaning things up. We know what we're screwing up in the early game, and we know how to fix it, and we've done those things pretty consistently, regularly. So we're not super worried about that. It's after we get past this next world that we need to continue really honing so that we can get even faster and regular mid to end game sections. If all goes well in Monstro, we can make up almost half of our available time save. Couple of cutscenes here. Head for the boat. Head into Monstro proper. Attack input did not go, so no Chamber 3 skip for us. but pretty good movement otherwise. So. Chugging right along. Awkward there on the movement, that's okay. Alright, that was a very clean fight. With Chamber 3 skip, we have almost like 6 more seconds of time save available to us there, so like our best is still lacking there. Here we're going to be able to change out our Keyblade and throw on the high jump, which we're going to be getting from just right here. That's not quite what we want, but take it. That's where I want, but up and up we go. That was a slow combo. Hey, thank you for the luck, and yeah, long time indeed. I've been very, very sporadic with my streams. Yeah, still trying to kind of get back at it. Don't really have a set schedule or anything, so tricky to say when I won't be able. But good to see you, and welcome back. Agrabah kind of wrecked my day just a little bit ago, sadly. And by Agrabah wrecking my day, I mean I failed to do things well. But again, we're getting back into things, and we're trying really hard for no resets. So getting practice in mid and late game for sure. And really just going for that sub 2 hour goal. How are you doing? We also have a bunch of potential time saves still in like a future of this run. That makes PB still very, very, very possible. Fair. You should like, and I know it can be hard to like find time between life stuff, work, etc. But it's definitely worth it to come back, and it's fun. Like even when I don't have people around, like gaming that I'm doing while streaming is very different than just doing like solo stuff off cam, off stream. And yeah, I missed it as well. It's been great, like, being back in violin, chats, and everybody else, catching up with people. So, yeah, no. You definitely should. make a return if you're feeling up to it, and nostalgic. That was kind of meh, but okay. A little quiet here for a moment while I concentrate, because I am very tight on this segment for being to a lot of things precisely. But no, yeah, you like if you're missing it, come back, try it out a little bit, find a little bit of time, carve it out, and like even doing like one stream a week, one stream a month, if it works for you, like have fun with it and go get it. Alright, that menu was a little bit but not too. That was kind of all over the place, but not too bad. Nice. Congrats on the platinum. It is a grind. This one's not as bad as Calm or BBS, but it's still a struggle for sure. I'm still kind of like really like amazed at people in the community that sit and do the all achievement runs, because there's just a lot to it, and it's a like even when our top runners are doing that, it's a like 9, 10, 11 hour run, which is one, nuts to do it in that kind of a time. That was sketchy AF. I think that was 7. Okay, cool. The fact that I didn't see the ghost meant it was 7. I'm just like, I really hope this is right. Alright. Moving right along. Right. Movement's been a little sketchy, but not too bad. We got the on the remaining fights in Graveyard, so not too upset by that. Hey, Arclet! Thank you so much for the raid. Hope the stream was good and runs were good, and welcome to all the raiders. Thank you so much, and thank you for the follow, Master Train. I will try and catch as much of this as I can, but we're in Halloween Town, and for those of you that know this game, that means there's a lot of tight movement and shit I have to pay attention to. So I apologize if I miss anything. Good night, you suck. Alright, that wasn't too terrible. We're gonna keep on chugging. Good to hear. Glad everything's working out. There was a moment there where I actually completely screwed up the final rest one, and Mist caught that for me. I had to change it to fix the JJ related one for checking the journal, and then I screwed up how I had it set for the change I made, and it was kind of broken. That was utterly terrifying for a moment there. How goes your grind for your level 1 goals? And thank you very much for the luck as well. Okay. Honestly, I will frickin' take that. We're pretty close to our best segment on LSB, and this segment could have been a hell of a lot worse. So, like, we love to see that. Fair. Level 1 do be that way sometimes, and I'm sorry to hear that. But, hey, there's always the next time you stream, whether that be tomorrow or sometime soon. And sorry I missed stream today. I always do try and pop on when you're doing shit. Sometimes the game be that way, and sometimes it's the game, sometimes it's us. Level 1 definitely it can be the game a lot more. Just being a jerk. Beginner is fairly forgiving at least. Excuse me. That was a little slow on the button, but that's okay. Pass. God damn it. This is heartless. If I can ever hit them. Good button press on the second one, please. Alright. All things considered, without a dice reflect there, we will take it. Oh, okay. We're still behind, but it is what it is. Our Halloween Town in PB was really solid. It's actually basically the best overall Halloween Town that I've had in a run before, so losing some time there is not the end of the world. Me bring more stuff up is a little more unfortunate. And exposition through text box time. That's not what we want. Dora. I also appreciate that he just yeeted himself off. Goofy, I swear to God. Alright. Overall, 0.3 is not bad. Not bad. Okay. Get our butts out of here. Turn in some more magic. And back to the lab. Okwa. Let's bogey. And off to Neverland. Ooh. Yeah, I maybe should adjust that. I do apologize to those that are trying to chat who cannot right now. I have it set to follower-only chat because the last time I was streaming, I had generally low audience numbers, and so most of who I had in here was bots. So to stop that, due to my lack of moderator presence, I just set it to that, as it kind of like eliminates most of that. I'm sorry. Also, yeah, Genie strats are so rough because of just the inherent RNG. Like, that's the other element to level 1 stuff that is just like, I feel bad for people having to deal with that. Meanwhile, like, my intent is after getting my goal on this and going through the remaining cycle of other games that I have, my next stage 1 goal is actually going to be level 1 80%. So I'll be joining the crowd of Genie enjoyers, question mark? I don't know if I'd actually say enjoyment the word to use there, but I'm very sorry to hear that Genie is being an absolute butt to you. Come on, walk out the door, thank you. Into the hole. There we go. Nanita. I completely butchered that. Disregard. Oops, thank you. Excuse me, jump. Thank you. Alright. Goofy, get out of my way. Oh my god. Of course. I still cannot do this with fucking air combos. Oh my god, Goofy. Too early. Alright, fast fade out. We'll take that. Floppy fight. What it is. Flight, Raven's Claw. No, you don't get that. That's Not what we want. Forward action. The item. Yeah. Oh, that menu was super ass. Alright. Well, definitely, I definitely need to practice snow. Alright. Alright. Good, clear. Alright. Good fight. I find it entertaining that he just died off ship. That is one of the best book fights I've had in a long time, and it was still sloppy as hell. If the menu had been better, I think we might have had a best out of that, though. Alright. On the clock. Dummy piece. Black. Heavy breathing pod. Couple more rewards. Alright, menu was decent. Not too great, not too bad. Gummy menu time. That one was clean. My second gummy menu was freaking terrible. Should have seen that. That's for sure. Alright, we get Dumbo here. Oh, back in. And off by opposite armor. Was very delayed second jump. That's not what we wanted. We have full MP again because there was no point in Rsing that. That lost me a bunch of time because that despawn or the spawn on both the lower set and upper set was really unhelpful. So basically there's a cap to how many enemies can spawn in any given time. And by hitting that, you end up causing the enemies that you want spawned in your roof that you have to kill in order to activate the Trinity to not do so. Alright. Okay, well that's terrible start. That was a terrible fight. Alright. Bad fights considered. Okay. We still have a pretty massive chunk of available time saved to us still coming up, so. And Sid goes to add some gummies to the ship. And wait. And Sid comes back and is like, what happened to you, kid? Oh, you know, just drug trips for 12-year-olds. That's not what that's why I hovered that. Oh, right. Off we go. The Hollow Bastion 1. Alright, so, big time saves that we have coming up are the Maleficent fight. We had some shenanigans where Donald gravitied the platform, I believe, in PB, so we have like 40 seconds available to save there or some nonsense. 3, 2, 1 doesn't have a whole lot, but has a little bit, namely in fight and movement stuff. And then Dragon Mail is pretty much a break, if I remember correctly. Yeah. The Riku 1 and Maleficent, or Dragon Maleficent, are ones that we're looking to go even maybe save a little bit of time in movement menuing and fight cleanliness. Base Maleficent, we have a bunch of time to save as long as... Or did I screw up a Dumbo skip there? I might have screwed up a Dumbo skip there. I can't remember whether it was a Dumbo skip or a Maleficent gravity from Donald. But we have a huge chunk to save there. Most of what we've lost currently. Then we have another big save during HP2. So, looking forward to potentially being green in the very near future. And by very near, I mean over the course of the next about 15 minutes. And we have a long load here, which is okay since you guys just went to an break. And when we come back from that, we will have Beast in the party and no Donald or Goofy. Good move there. I believe if I heard the inputs correctly, I should be on gravity now. Third option from the bottom. But the last one, visually, I've been blinking or might have cut off with the... Not entirely sure which. We'll find out here in a minute when we go up any elevator that's a little bit away from it. I don't know why I jumped there. My brain said that there was a spider wall there. It's right here. This is one of those times where you don't want to overuse dodge roll because we'll end up actually colliding with brain pieces or canceling out our ability to hit buttons. Doesn't help if you're not actually close enough to hit the buttons. Beast in the way. Please. Third. Oh, great. Not what we wanted to happen, but we'll take it. We'll slop on movements, and they're not going to kill us. Yeah. We have 2 button presses here. We have to move that wall back. And this wall back in order to get out. And sadly, our time with Beast in the party is coming to an end. We will get to see him again when we return to Hall of Bastion, but for Hall of Bastion 1, we only end up using a Donald and Goofy. Pretty much because we don't end up actually utilizing them in our fights. But we do need them in the party to get past the emblem door. God, so slow. Fight we go. Right. And we die. We love it. Donald, you're slow. I should have healed myself. That was greedy. And a bad move. Alright. PB... Still possible. Definitely gonna be questionable now, though. Alright. Through the fire strat. Alright. Losing a minute to that is definitely kind of ass, but it is what it is. We screwed up. Not much to do about it. And door unlocks. Let's try and save as much back as we can on this segment. Camera was crashed because I did not unlock. And that sucks. Alright. I tried for the freaking glide during the load, and that just lost me another, like, a minute. But again, we're going no reset because we practice very clearly, and I need to stop being greedy for things. Just do stuff like I normally would. And stuttered slide, which meant we cut the momentum. So normally you use the rail slide there to increase your velocity and cover some of the distance across to the plane that the chest is on before doing the jump and glide. Because the jump out of the rail slide at high velocity gets you faster air travel than walking, dodge rolling, or base gliding. Alright, so we're in a position to break even as long as everything else goes plan, or lose time if else goes screw. Alright. Good kill at least. So yeah, we're losing at least 15 at this point. Means we're going to be about 2 minutes behind, 2 minutes 10 behind. PB is officially dead, but what are you going to do? One bit of greed to go a little bit faster there. Well, 2 bits of greed. Not curing myself and then trying for the mid-load glide. Cost me more than I can really save. Have 9 seconds there. 21. A minute. Camera's kind of ass. Alright. Well, away we go. We jump here because it ends up interacting with transition through the doorway differently than if you were to dodge roll and walk into it. Lets you load through that slightly faster. Alright, we actually saved 14, which means without that library business, we would have possibly best segmented that. Because, yeah, having to go all the way back around there definitely lost me more than 30 seconds. Oh well. Alright. Pretty decent. Thank you, Master Train. I definitely could have been better. I just really wish I had not greeted during those last two splits before this, though, because like we'd be on a pretty solid PB pace. Otherwise, like that, those two things alone, and I'd be in green right now. Dead. But it is what it is. Honestly, PB actually might not be quite dead. I just have to play really cleanly. Let's do that. Okay. That's fucking. And yeah. Not a good fight here, but I'm the one who completely screwed that stuff up. Like that. Right. Really? You're gonna do disc attacks into another DM. You suck. Really? Really? Okay, PB is actually dead now. Jesus Christ. Losing 30 seconds on a split I have 20 seconds to save on because 3 DM. 3 DMs? 4 DMs? I don't even know. Just fuck me. I know how to do that fight. I'm turning it up because I'm trying to like mix up airs and R's, and my damage there was screwy. My ability to start the loop was terrible. I completely fucked that fight up, is what it boils down to. So, note to self, future fight practice or warm up is just U2 again. We used to be really, really clean at it, and now we're kind of bad at it again. U2 before every run. And our time as Albert is concluded. I got bunked. Slightly delayed on the cut. Not get a second bunk sound at least. Tell me what happened. No. Alright. We have a huge chunk to save here, which will put us closer back on time. But PB is pretty solidly dead unless like everything is at or above best until the end of the run, basically. But we can still get to 205. And we get Oathkeeper. Then transition Realm of Darkness with Riku. Land one more time. Sora, please get off the ground. I say that, but really, like, input timing is on me, not on the game. Alright, TT4 is complete. Let me edit here. Check on Haste 2. Off we pop. Second to last gummy mission of the game. We get to skip about a third of it. So, the warp tunnels actually have an interesting mechanic on them, to where once you have gotten through them, if you have visited the world on the other side, or any of the worlds on the other side, you can use the warp function to jump to them, rather than completing the gummy mission, which would take longer. So what you're going to see me do is finish out this next section here, which will mark the end of the warp tunnel. And once the transition has occurred, exit the gummy mission. So those purple tiles there at the very end, which are an indicator that we've made it all the way through, and warp becomes available back at Hollow Bastion. Otherwise, we'd have to actually complete the mission the rest of the way, and there's a whole, like, another minute or more of mission there that we'd have to do. Grab the Mega Elixir out of the chest. Up again. And as long as we don't screw up this Dumbo skip, we will be saving time. Alright, we got onto the platform. Now the part I've been screwing up. Getting up and despawning. Alright, that was sketchy as hell there at the end, but made it. Cool. Getting knocked off, no failing the skip. Over a bit. Off. You get bracer. That. Alright, so we equipped Oathkeeper, took off Tornado, equipped Goofy's bottom 4 abilities. The crit plus should have had him killing people, but such is the way of things. We equipped crit plus for Beast, as well as took off his other his charge ability, because we want the roar there, and pretty much any time that we're using. And then we gave Donald the cheer, the MP Rage or MP, not sure which, MP Haste abilities. And then customized Gravity over Stop. You don't need Stop anymore. You can use it in a couple of places on Invisibles for safety, but you don't need it for stop looping. Oh, add some accuracy in the control. And up, there we go. a little sketchy. Almost went too far under. Almost got popped by the wyvern. But we didn't, so we're good. RNP. And keep our dodge roll party going. That was poorly timed. Alright, not the best, not the worst. We'll take it. We save 53 purely off the back of not messing up dump. Dumbo skip number 2. So, back to a minute down. We'll end up with a 105 as long as nothing else goes super wrong. But, bit of a shame to miss out on the EB that could have been. But, room for the next run. As we're discussing at the start of this, there's a lot of potential I have in this run. We're doing no resets until we get that goal, because there is a huge amount in this endgame that I'm not practicing enough, as exemplified by Riku 2, as exemplified by Riku 1, as exemplified by greeting for the glide to the center piece of the emblem. Like, there's all these pieces that I can execute well if I'm concentrating choices, executing well, that I just don't consistently enough. And if I hone in all of those pieces, the sub 2 goal will actually happen relatively quickly. As it stands, we have a 1:55:53 so F, having over 4 minutes of available error to myself should be closer than I am. Alright, and off we go. This is our last gummy mission. We're going to be showcasing one of the elements of this particular aspect of the game, which is you don't want to be boosting during load zones. Load zones are effectively timed, so boosting is just a waste. Like, it doesn't help you cover any extra distance faster. This is only particularly in effect when we have Haste 2, because Haste 2 recharges fast enough where it could be used in between zones, where Haste 1 is not. But we have one more boost here, so we into this mission, and now we're on to End of the World. that's not a thing we want to do here. Alright, well, this has been a terrible freaking invisible ring. Alright, and you know you can't do anything when the fight is complete. Or I should say, you know you have finished the fight when none of your inputs do anything aside from walking. That was an utterly abysmal orb, and that means we are not saving time on this split. Right. We open this red chest up ahead, which has a cottage in it, which we immediately use. Take out Mega Elixir. For use a little bit later. Alright, that was not in fact an arts drop. Yeah, 22 seconds is about right for the nonsense that happened. Not terribly surprised by that. Getting that out of the inventory. And off we pop. So each one of these portals represents a world from the game. The pink ones are ones you have sealed the keyhole for. The blue ones are ones you have not. Olympus Coliseum is the first world from the first ring, which we did not seal a keyhole for. Two-tick here to stagger enemy so that we don't get fucking wrecked. Full charge to kill. Do 2 more full charges. Clear the remaining 2 saves. And then head out of the ring. You can only do so once the summon has transitioned back to Dalton. And then we head on to the next blue portal, which is Atlantica. For entering though, we swap our equipment for Ray of Light for Raven's Claw, change out our MP values. we use a combination of gravities and fires to clear the enemies here. 5 fires per Senio, and gravity 2, gravity 3? Gravity 2 or 3 fires for the aqua tanks, and a handful of fires for the screwdrivers. Green portal is 108 wood. There are no enemies in it in that. Alright. Alright. That. And that's the air combo plus that we just got from leveling up. Gun. That's a million miles away. Not great damage. Okay. Alright. Save 29 out of 46. Take it. Not entirely sure why I had 46 on that split to begin with, but we will instead take it and go in. I screwed that up. I should have gotten damage and hit that stagger seconds earlier. Alright, we're in the correct position though. We got the Mega Elixir off. If everything else goes well, we can still save some time. That was a terrible clear on Invisibles. We are not saving time. Because Donald got left out during that initial spawn of them. Several of them went to attack him. He died. And then we ended up with some EM. I cleared most of them relatively well with the fucking gravities that we got off. But the one or two that stuck around to murder the hell out of the duck screwed with kind of everything. That's why you need to get everybody over to you by the emblem or on point, preferably the emblem, before that happens. Alright. Yeah, like I said, not saving time here, unfortunately. Between the shenanigans with the behemoth and visibles, that's completely unsurprising. And go equipment, that for that. Two. For abilities. Yep, cool. Might, keyword might, save a little bit of time here. Alright. We saved a teeny bit of time. Now we need to go Tornado back on the Goofmeister. It's gonna be not you. And that. There we go. Hey, come on, get your ass off the ground. Alright. Okay fight there, but a little bit sloppy and a little bit. No! No, that would have been DM-less. Oh, that's so sad. I greeted so hard in that. Alright, Nope. Well, GG's. 205's dead now. Alright, we're looking at a 207, as long as we don't screw up. Oh my god. Really? That killed? Jesus Christ. Okay, well, 207's not happening now. My god. Like, my god, I keep screwing this up. And that's the thing, is I'm not doing a proper setup on DM skip at all on pretty much any of these attempts, and that just makes me sad. Really? I'm a mile above the thing, and it still hits me. He's gonna DM. Yep, because I didn't get close enough. That's the thing, is I had this problem without the defense up as well. Alright, well, not how I want the fight to go, not how I want to end the fight, but it is what it is. I saved 1.5 on the fight itself. Not really, because again, I'm having it split again. Which reminds me I need to go check out, like, what's up with that, because Oh my god. I'm greeting so hard on these. Okay. I swear my final fights are not normally this bad. Okay. I still went early, that's gonna white out on me. Alright, well, for a whiteout fight, 13 seconds of loss is really not the worst, but we'll take it. So what happened there is you can skip over some cutscene skipping if you dodge roll off the edge and you time it properly. But I did not. That was kind of wacky, but what it is. Alright, rather than getting knocked back, we'll just go in. Alright. Not the best dark balls, but we'll take it. so we're looking at what, 210? Just sub 211? Alright, so a little lip sign there. Yeah, we'll be just up to 11. Yeah, really need to clean up my end game. That did not go off. Oh well. Bad fight there. Oh well. 211.05. Alright, well. Riku 2, Hansen 2. We practice those two things. PB might actually freaking happen. Thanks to everybody who stopped by. Thank you again to Arclet for the raid. I hope your runs go better tomorrow, as well I hope mine go better next time I am live. I think that might be Friday sometime. We'll see. That may also happen a little bit on the weekend. But for now, we're going to call that GG's. We only had time for the one run tonight. And from here, we're going to go look and see about finding somebody to pass the raid along to. And let's see. Might just shoot it to Ninten. So, just get this up here. And yeah, thank you everybody for tonight. I hope everybody has a good night, and I'll catch y'all again later. Say hi to Ninten for me.